You know that friend or that family member that you can tell is just having one of those days or weeks or months? Instead of allowing them to be in that low self-esteem area, I've got something for you here that's going to make a really big difference. And it could also help make a difference for you too. There's a really good chance you have somebody in your life who, just has some low self-esteem, and you try every day to try to boost them, try to help them. And this could be somebody in your family, it's got this low self-esteem. And low self-esteem means they're pretty much bummed out every day. They don't know what to do. They're slow in getting up. They're slow in taking action in life. And really you can tell that they're just really apprehensive about what they're doing. So this family or this friend that you have that has this low self-esteem, I bet you've reached a point where you just don't know what to do. You've tried talking to them. You've tried complimenting them. You've tried suggesting books. You've tried suggesting classes. You pretty much have given up and you don't know what to do. I want you to know you're totally normal with this, because there's a lot of family members who don't know how to take care of a family member who's like this. And then when your friend's like this, it's like, wow, you just hope they get through the phase sooner or later. What if I could help you with something an action step, an idea here that is a guaranteed win? Oh, this is such a good one. I got one for you here that I know is a guaranteed win because I am a mentor. And I mentor people and I coach people. And what happens is along the way, sooner or later, somebody has a bummer of a day or a bummer of a week or a month. And what happens is they don't know what to do to get out of that. And over my 15 years of mentoring people, part of my job is to be able to help unlock that value again inside of a person, unlock it so they can find themselves, right? Be able to find themselves and help them get back up to that value, that self-esteem that is naturally where they really could be. Okay, so what do you do, right? How do you do this? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a secret here of how I help people. The part that you want to get into in helping someone is literally to open their mind using music. I know it sounds crazy and it's like, well, music is fun to listen to, and music is entertaining. And most people think music is an entertainment, but actually music moves the mind. It moves it. Music can take you down. Music can take you up. Music can cause you to feel intense. Music can cause you to feel all lovey and cozy with someone. Music causes us to remember experiences in our past. And music can actually help us believe in a future. It's just incredible what music can do, but let's take your mind out of the zone of thinking that it's only for entertainment. Let's start to think that music mends people. Literally helps put them back together. But you gotta use music in a very thoughtful way. A very thoughtful way and very intentional. Now let's imagine that somebody's self-esteem has dropped down to this level, right? They're down here at this level. The mistake I notice that what people do is if they decide to try to use music to help move someone or change their life, they try to pick really happy music, but the person is clear down here. Well, you know how it is. If you're way down here and somebody's really super happy around you, they just irritate you, right? They totally irritate you. Happy people, compared to somebody who's down here low, are so irritating. It's like you want to just chuck them out of the house. It's like, get rid of them. It's like, oh my goodness. You want to stand up and walk away from that happy person. Same thing happens with music. If we use music that is too high, it irritates a person. Now, I know this personally. I absolutely know this personally. I've had some rough goes at it, in my life. I've had some rough times, some rough go. And what happened in those tough times, I went searching for music because I know how this works, right? I know how this works, been doing this for years, but now I'm having a tough time. Well, I start to search for music that can actually agree with where I'm at. Notice what I'm giving you. We don't use music, let's clear up here, thinking we're going to just drag somebody's soul to happiness. No, first, before a person will ever change their attitude, they want to feel understood. Once they feel like they're understood, now they listen. Now they know that somebody else cares. So when I went looking for some music to help me because I was stuck, my self-esteem was down, and I went looking for music, I actually found music that actually spoke my language. And I found some angry songs. It sounds crazy, but angry songs are so good for us. Not to make us more angry, but the proper angry song, or the upset song, or the distress song. But there's songs all up and down the scale, but I find this song that actually spoke to me. And as I'm listening to this song, and I'm listening to the lyrics, it's like, wait a minute, this song, like this is me. Like this is exactly how I feel. That's what I want to say. This is what I'm thinking. Oh, this song understands me. And I'm not kidding. When you find a song that you can relate to, somehow it just unlocks you from feeling like you're the only one in the world who's having this problem. No, this song understands you. Then what you do, the second song you find is a song slightly above it. Not too far. That's irritating. We don't like irritating happy people. We just need to bump it up just a little bit. That bit. This is where friends make mistakes with friends by sharing super happy songs with their friends who are down, and then they wonder why their friend doesn't change their low self-esteem moments that are going on. We got to help them take steps, just these little steps. So notice one song, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time we get to here, this could be about 10 songs. It's a playlist. Okay, it's a playlist. So when you go to help somebody who has low self-esteem, you first are helping them, you're finding some songs for them that maybe they could relate to. Okay, this is so smart. This is so smart. I can't believe I'm sharing this with you because this is one of my little secrets about helping people when I'm coaching and mentoring them. You help find some songs that they could actually relate to. And you share the song with your family member, your friend, and you ask them, is this how you feel? And you'll notice that they'll be like, yeah, mom, that's how I feel. And now because this child or this friend or this spouse recognizes that you're actually trying to understand where they're at, they then are open to listening to a song that's just right above it. And then because they bump up to that next song, then they're okay to take the next little step. Because once a person feels understood, they now have the desire to do something different. It's crazy, but people miss this piece. First, we help them know that they can be understood. And you find a song. And then you find the next song, and the next song, and the next song, and you bump them up. So what this looks like is, I know 10 songs is a lot to try to figure out. But let's look at 5. If you could find one song that could help connect with them, and that means you're listening to songs where people have had bad days and bad things happen to them and tough things, and you share the songs with your friend, and they go, hey, is this how you feel? And they're like, wow, that really matches. Well, hey, you know what? I actually found another song too. In fact, I made you a playlist. I made you a playlist of music because I care about where you're at. And maybe listen to this playlist. I checked the lyrics. Be sure you check the lyrics and there's no psycho weird stuff going on in the lyrics. And that they're good songs. And then this playlist builds, from the first song to the second, to the third, to the fourth, to the fifth. Don't go too high, too fast. You could even find 2 songs that relate to them, and then 2 songs just a step above them. But you're using music to match where they're at so they can feel understood. And then the next song on the playlist, or the next, maybe 2 or 3 songs in the playlist, just helps take them up to one more small level. You see, we imagine that we're reaching down to be able to help lift a person up out of a pit. They're down in a pit, they're just way down there. You don't just, reach down there and grab them by the hair and yank them out of the pit. That doesn't work. They fall right back down in. But if you could use music and remember to find the first one or two songs to match where they're at, and then ever so gently, the next song on the playlist gets a little bit better, a little bit better, and a little bit better. You, through a playlist of music, can move somebody out of low self-esteem. And literally, I'm not kidding, within one day of listening to that lyrics, that playlist, a person can change. They can turn themselves from heading in the downward to be able to at least turn them so they're moving upward. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be like clear at the top of the scale within one playlist in one day, but what you and I both understand this, just seeing that there's some improvement is really cool, right? And you're using a music playlist. And you're checking the lyrics out, and you're stacking the songs, imagining that you're walking them up out of the pit one step at a time. And you're doing this intentionally, and you're reviewing the lyrics to make sure it's not too fast, not too soon. And then it's like you're dedicating this music list to them. I think it's smart. I mean, you imagine that, if there was, there's a boyfriend, girlfriend, and the boyfriend goes to the piano player or the DJ at the dance or the whatever you're at. And then all of a sudden it's announced that he's dedicating a song to his sweetie pie. You know how they do that, like dedicate a song? All of a sudden the person just feels like they're super special because it was dedicated to them. Same thing happens with music. When we build a playlist and intentionally are helping a person with this, and we let them know that we're dedicating this to them, and we thought of them, we organized it, we put it together, and we really searched the lyrics out and the small steps, it is golden. It is so golden. And you listen to the playlist first and notice what it does to you as you go from one song to the next. Now, if you can find 10 songs, and stack 10 songs together, that is the best, because 10 songs times 3 minutes is a good half an hour of music. And with a half an hour of music, you can change the direction a person is heading. You can change the direction. And that you can do. So if this is your daughter or your son that you're thinking about, or your friend or your spouse, instead of just sitting there thinking you can't do anything, use music. It's here to help us. And there's so many songs to pick from. You now get what I'm talking about. And if you happen to be the one who's experiencing low self-esteem, go build your playlist. I have my playlist. There's no way I'm going to go through life without my playlist that's going to build me. And so when I have a bummer day, I know I go to my playlist and I just rebuild Kirk Duncan with my playlist. Music moves the people. Get your playlist built. Now, if this has been helpful to you, if this has been helpful and opened your mind to a whole new level of thinking here, wow, I got a lot more to share with you. I really do. And I care about where you're at in your life and what you're doing. So what you want to do is subscribe to this channel so you don't miss what I'm sending out to you. I know the current problems that people are facing. And just like what you just learned, you now just learned exactly what to do to help somebody you know right now. Or if you meet someone, in a couple weeks or a couple months, you now know what to do. I will train you on how to be prepared. So subscribe. Be sure you subscribe here. And if you're ever interested to come and sit in one of my my live trainings, or some of my online training courses, well, check out our website. We'd love to see you or hear from you and your success that you're having. But definitely subscribe to this channel and share it with a friend, right? When you find something good, share it with a friend. Pass the message along. This is a great place to get great training. So go build your playlist. No reason to stay right where you're at. Music moves the people.